Hey guys, I got Karten earlier today, so I'm trying him out in Clash of Wills a little bit. I'm working on to damage capping a level 82 210 run. Here's my team. My Karten's only EX2. He'll be EX3 on Tuesday, so until then, I'm not really like sweating, trying hard until that happens. Yeah, but for now, I'll just go ahead and show you some like previews of what I'll be doing with Karten. So he's going to go ahead and Somber and double Shrouded. Seth and Sky will stack up. This clear is for the most part very similar to my my clear that I did a few days ago. That was, you know, my old high score run. But yeah, I've damage capped level 81. I'm trying to damage cap level 82. I don't know. The big question mark here is Kresnik. Like, Kresnik on the one hand makes these clears very smooth and easy because he handles the morale, you know, for me. But Kresnik also doesn't really contribute anything to damage at all, which makes it harder to damage cap. Alright, so on turn 2, we're not going to use any LBs. We do have the AI of the boss now, so now we know that doing an LB on turn 2 will make him do open wounds a few turns later. So we're not going to use LBs on turn 2. We'll just have Sephiroth Barrage, Sky will Chaos Grenade, Laura will Hot Shot, Kresnik will Remedy, and Louise repeat. Yeah, with the AI, we don't want to use an LB on turn 2 or turn 6. And that'll make the boss never do open wounds, so the imperil is lower, a little bit easier. We're using Barrage to fill the morale gauge. It makes it, oh, excuse me. Wow, I'm tired. It makes it a little bit easier to fill morale. Yeah, this boss, the hardest thing on this boss is like the morale gauge. Filling that is tricky. Alright, so we can LB on 3, so we're gonna go ahead and stack up this again. Wait for it to finish. Come on. Alright. Do this, do this, do this. Louise will trip or quad Ionic to refill Sky, and we will antioxidant with Kresnik. So yeah, if you're going for like that top 10 slot, you're fighting for the best of the best of the best score. You probably don't want Kresnik because Kresnik doesn't contribute damage. But I tried it twice without Kresnik. It was just a headache. It was a big headache trying to fill morale gauge. I actually didn't fill it in time. I tried Ling instead of Kresnik. Ling does not fill the morale gauge as quickly as I would have liked. We don't quite have the LB on Sky. I'll just punch with Kresnik. I don't feel like being. I don't feel like I could try to get drops. Just whatever. I'm not gonna bother. We'll just fill it with Kresnik. All right. So we're also gonna use the LB on Shifted Karten this turn. Shifted Karten, LB on you. These two can just repeat. Louise is gonna. Whoops. Louise will, let's see, do all 4 of her modified gear thingamajiggies. Alright. Yeah, and I'm actually not going to post a turn chart for this one because it's not optimized, really. I'm just, you know, for the most part, slightly modifying my old turn chart. We just dropped Roka and we're bringing Karten instead. Alright, so this turn we're going to get zombied, and then Karten's going to, like, kill himself. Not actual kill, but he's going to, like, deal a bunch of self-damage. A little bit of a headache. It's fine overall. And then he's going to deal some more damage to himself. Yeah, Karten's a little strange. A little strange. Alright, so back to the base form. Alright, so this is going to look a little weird the way I'm doing this, but I want to imbue Dark to Karten and Sky, but I don't want the imbue on Laura and Louise. So the way we're going to do this, we're going to Somber and double Shrouded. Let's go ahead and do this first. Alright, now Laura is going to Rage Beast Roar on, or Laura is going to Rage Beast Louise. That dispels the Dark imbue off of those two, but it keeps it on the rest of the party. Alright, let's see. Louise will firepower, tactical, power boost, and Magnus. Sky is going to go to the base form, and we're going to do Sharp Spear, and then just some attacks on the boss. Sephiroth will just triple part. Like I should barrage here, but we don't really need it. We're high on morale, it's fine. And then we're going to do 3 morale skills on Kresnik without healing the party. Alright, so yeah, like I mentioned, Karten gave himself a Dark Imbue, Dark Amplify, and he imbued Dark to Sky, but not Amplify. Sky is using a 10% auto amp, so it's something. Alright. So we're gonna burst on turn turn 7, so we're getting ready on turn 6. Turn 6 is another turn where we do not want to use the LB. So no LBs this turn. Karten is going to do Cursed Gift and then double Haunting Barrage. That's going to give him a killer buff. Sephiroth will Fallen and double Purging. Louise will fire Heavy Firepower, Diverse, and Power Boost. Sky is going to just Chaos Grenade for morale. Laura does all 3 of her base form skills. Kresnik is going to Remedy, Supplement, and Antioxidant. And there we go. By not using an LB on turn 2 or 6, but using an LB all other turns, we have avoided all open wounds. The boss also never did the damage over time effect. Morale is now maxed out. And it is time to burst. So this is the variance game. We're looking for high variance. Everyone's using double hand, so good luck on that, but let's hope for the best. Alright, so Sky is going to shift. This is our burst turn. Sephiroth will LB. Karten is going to replace Roka in my old team, and he's going to Feral Frenzy. Laura is going to shift, and Volatile. Wait for the auto casting. Louise is going to shift. Triple Disarming, and then Neutralizing. Kresnik is going to support Shane with Farega. And we're going to Resounding Will. Check Louise here. If Louise is zombied, you're going to use the zombie cure, but she's not zombied. Alright, let's hope for high variance here. So, here we go. Give me that 9.99. Okay, 10 billion works. Okay, so that was level 82. Like before, we are not provoking at this point. Karten is provoking naturally, and then the rest of the party just takes some hits. Don't really care. Kresnik handles it. Okay. If you didn't counter cure zombie, you would use the morale skill to cure it, and then you're going to do AoE full life, and then potion, and then remedy. Back to the base form with Louise. Back to the base form with Seth. Back to the base form with Laura. Wait for all this to come back. Alright. Let's buff. Whoops. Alright, Laura can, it doesn't matter. The boss is going to cure debuffs anyway. Seth can just whatever. Yep, doesn't really matter. We are. Laura's provoking. Not Laura. Louise is provoking again, so we're fine. Okay, let's go ahead and finish off the boss on turn 9. Okay, the boss dispelled all our buffs, but we're going to use Louise and Kresnik to refill them, so it's fine. Alright, so we cured zombie. If you didn't cure zombie, or if you need more LB gauge, you can just punch with Kresnik. Let's see, Louise is going to... The boss is still debuffed at this point, so we're not going to worry about all that. So we'll just use Louise to field. The field imbues the party with fire. We'll amp the party, we will killer buff the party, and stat buff the party, although we're going to do a bigger stat buff with the morale gauge. Sky is gonna, and we're just gonna finish all the boss. The boss is very easy to finish. We're on level 82. All the bulk mods are turned off. Like, this is super easy. And we're going to Volatile, and we're going to have Karten do his thing again. And we're going to wait for this to finish. And here we go. So the big damage was already on the early part. Okay, so I'm going to show the damage report, but because this is 2 different burst turns, and the second burst turn we've been dispelled, we're not set up, people died, it's going to be an inaccurate representation, but, you know, it's the best we can do. We can't show turn-by-turn damage charts, just the final damage chart across the entire fight. So it's going to look like Laura is crazy high because she had all her buffs on both burst. Yeah, it's not a fair comparison because Laura gets full benefit of all buffs on both burst turns because her Volatile does all her amplifies and all that during the turn. The rest of the party did not have all those buffs. So yeah, in order to see a proper damage breakdown, you've got to go and do the first burst and then intentionally kill your party after the first burst to see a damage breakdown. Let's go ahead and skip all this. I've already got 3 red pearls. So yeah, so in 2 days or 3 days, no, 4 days, on Tuesday, whenever that is, I'll get an EX3 Karten, and then I'll start like try-harding, I guess, with a better score, because that'll increase his damage quite a bit. But I'll just show you the basics of the party here. This is not like optimized or anything. It's just like, yes, I'm just like working out my turn chart for the most part. So Louise in the base form, pass or provoke, full evasion, 270 or better or 290 or better to fire and dark. Actually, because we never trigger open wounds, I actually don't need that much resist. I could have done. Oh no! Because we get the what's it called? The negative 50. So yeah, so 290 from gear, and then negative 50, plus we get 60 from Kresnik's buff. Yeah. Anyway, provoke. There's the build, and then shift form. Starts in the shift form, reflect ring. I know, don't hate me. And she's built for damage. Pure damage, no provoking, just reflect ring to start in that form, and then yeah. Whoops. And then Kresnik, black belt for counter, Irene's ring, Arc Arcana for the Farega, because I gave Phoenix to someone else, so I needed Farega something else. You could also do equip whip and the flame staff or the flame whip. Dual cast is for an old strategy, so ignore that. We don't need that anymore, so ignore it. Shift form, pretty much the same. He does Kresnik things. Sky, yeah, ignore dual cast and Aura Sword. That's for an old strategy. Ignore all that. Base forms, full evasion. This is very similar to the old team, so here we go. Because we're now spreading gear even thinner. My old team had Roko on the party, who obviously deals 0 damage and did not take any gear. Because we dropped Roka and we added Karten, I'm now gearing 5 DPS units, not to mention Karten wants double hand and the chain cap helm and all that. As a result, it has lowered the damage of other units in order to... It's like an overall net gain. But Sky lost quite a bit of damage by Karten stealing Sky's old best-in-slot gear. So Sky lost damage in order to bring Karten onto the party. So did Sephiroth. Here's base form Laura, just, evasion. Laura has Rage... Whoops. Laura has Rage Beast Roar to dispel that Dark Imbue, like I mentioned. Shift form. The good news is I do have more Photon Cores now, so I have a lot more of those in the party than before. And then here's Karten. Base form is just whatever. Barrage. Actually, he never even used Barrage. Whatever. Shift form is hard to build, but there it is. He is double hand. Igon's arm. Double hand. Chain cap increase. Saviors. STMR. We're using Dynamite card. And he had 275 Reaper, 175 Stone, and the chain cap increase. He will be getting more stats and more passives at EX3 on Tuesday. And then Sephiroth, base form, here you go. Again, ignore dual cast, old strategy. Shift form, he because I have more than most people. I only have 3 copies of Savior's STMR, and because Karten stole the good chain cap, he's using the garbage version of the chain cap increase. Yeah, like I said, putting Karten on the team really stretched my gear really thin, and Sephiroth is no longer using the good chain cap increase. Feels bad. Makes me sad. Anyway, there's my clear. I'll do more clears on Tuesday when Karten is EX3, and I've spent the weekend like optimizing the clear. And as far as Kresnik, I don't know. I might try some ideas to kick Kresnik off the party and bring in like Ling or something for more damage increase. Also, Ibarra is an option. I don't know. You can actually look at the top parties now. Like I go to my friends list. I'm not sure what this Dora person is. Like, why are they at the top of my... I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, like, here's Robot DA's team. He's using Ibarra, and I don't have EX3 Ibarra, so I don't think it's worth it for me. I also don't have an EX3 Roka. And then, like, D-Money is using similar team. Probably most of the top players using the similar teams. If I had to guess, yeah, they are. Lv82, same. Everybody's using the same party. Thomas. Oh, my God. Give me some variety, bro. Who's got some... Oh, here we go. So, okay, so Winhan is using... Oh, same team as me. Which is a pretty... I mean, obviously most of the teams at the top... There's me. Yeah, boy. Most teams at the top are going to be doing very similar teams. Unum is using Elena. I haven't seen Elena in a while. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, there was my clear. I will be doing more clears at some point. Okay. See you next time.